Welcome, everyone, to the final game of the college basketball season. Tonight, we will crown the winner of this year's tournament. And no matter what the outcome here tonight, what a ride it has been. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers and the Georgetown Hoyas.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball. High energy, lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on getting the job done.
Let's check out Wisconsin's starting lineup. We've got Kaminsky. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the four-man position.
And not many people know this, but the Badgers do have one college title in their trophy case. Won the tournament back in 1941. A different time back then, but a title nevertheless.
Here's the Badgers with the ball. Releases from 15. Hill, no good.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
No good from Hudson. Hoyas on D. Vicious to Kaminsky. Hill has the open look. Buries it from three-point range. Tries with it. Barkley outside. Warren sets the pick for Freak. They set the screen. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the dunk by Evans.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Hill against Barkley. To halt the run, score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a four-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal in high school.
Hill, no good. Here's Barkley. Takes a three, and another three for Georgetown.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Barkley in at shooting guard, and it's Joseph in at the center filling out the middle. Outside Conley. And Hill has it in the corner. The Badgers working the ball around now. The shot by Hawkins, no good.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the cards.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports. So it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. Hawkins is out there with Hill. And it's Wade in at the 5, down low. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Well, I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that...
And the big game is just about ready to get going for our second half of play. What a championship atmosphere we've got here tonight. We are just one half of basketball away from seeing college basketball history being made.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And, Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
Barkley, he's in at shooting guard. Hudson is out there with Warren. And it's Trice, and it's Price in at the 3 spot. And for the Badgers, Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Kaminsky. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in the power forward position.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Here's Barkley. After the Badgers picking up a basket just moments ago. To tie. Shot is off. Hill with some nice D. It's stolen by Barkley. And the shot is good. The Badger lead has been cut to just one on the basket from Hudson.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
Barkley outside. Hudson with a screen on him. 5 on the clock. Barkley. And he gets it to go. Barkley's got 12 points in the game.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title. And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Georgetown trails by 3. Barkley, he's in at point guard. Nelson is out there with Hudson. And it's Gonzalez in at the 2. Hudson with a screen on Fisher. Beyond the arc. And it's Barkley missing.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
From 17 feet out. Good. And Wisconsin leads by 5.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up. Some really terrific numbers for Freak. He has 12 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Now Hawkins to the left wing. Payton right side. Inside. The shot by Hawkins, no good. Georgetown trails by 3. Barkley with it. Now Payton defending. Barkley against Payton. Hudson kicks to Warren. And it is just down with a nice jam.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Hill, he's checked in for Payton. Hawkins passes to Evans.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
.132 left to play here in the second half. And here's Hawkins on the wing. Evans. It's Hill on the wing, defended by Barkley. Lock at 6. From deep. Over in the corner, Decker. 1:07 left here in the second half. Hawkins kicks to Evans. Lets a floater go. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop. That and one free throw ups it to a 2-possession game. Costly foul on the shot that time.
It's a race against time as they look to make a run here.
Yeah, the clock is definitely not on their side right now. Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Barkley's gone 3 of 7 from deep tonight. Evans outside. Hill up top. It's stolen by Barkley. To take the lead. The Badgers pull it in. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hill dishes to Evans. Kaminsky kicks to Decker. When they foul intentionally, they're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making. Look, Kev, that took forever. I don't know what took them so long, but the coaching staff can't be pleased with that right now.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
They have a chance to tie it up.
A 3-ball would do just that.
Hudson with a screen on Hill. Here's Barkley. Buries the triple. A tremendous three to tie it up.
You have got to make some kind of a defensive adjustment here. He is just lighting them up from beyond.
Greg, I don't know what else they can do. I mean, even when they've closed out on him, he's still been knocking them down.
And what a thrilling ride we're enjoying tonight, folks. So both teams making some changes here. Here's Trice. Barkley outside. Hudson with a screen on Walker. Right at the free throw line. Shot's good by Barkley. Barkley's got 22 points.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
So Wisconsin ends up going with a new group. Decker passes to Hawkins. Evans right side. Up off the screen. And here we go. And Barkley throws it down hard.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
Evans outside. They set the pick. The drive by Hill. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And now we've got the intentional foul. This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And he drops the first one, and he can gather himself now and try to make it 2 in a row. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
Hawkins with it. Outside Hill. Fires from deep. Again missing Hill. And he commits the intentional foul. Gets the first net. makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game.
This definitely wasn't the way they envisioned overtime working out.
Payton kicks to Walker. Here's Fisher. Gets the three to fall. So the Hoyas win it. Such a special moment for these kids. All the hard work they put in, all the pressure, Greg, they've been under all tournament long. This is pure elation, being able to call themselves now champions.
And Kevin, from the players, the rest of the students watching, I mean, this is something that can never be taken from you. They will always have this moment in history to reflect upon.
And it's such a punishing path to this moment. I mean, you look back on all the close calls along the way as the field gets whittled down round by round. I mean, they survived quite the gauntlet to get to this moment.
Indeed, a very special moment. And that's going to do it for us. I'm Kevin Harlan. It was a pleasure to be with you all season long.
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
Hi, I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there?
Hey, Mama, I'm right here.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yvette's here too, Mama.
Hi, Mama. How you doing? I'm fine.
Does she have to be here?
Yes. Mr. Pagnotti, the agent I was telling you about, he's in the room too.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
What a pleasure to finally meet the Queen Mother of this young, talented man, even if only by telephone.
We met working at the...
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from The Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jahlil Okafor from Duke. With the fourth pick in the NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Latvia. With the fifth pick in the NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia. With the sixth pick in the NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky. With the seventh pick in the NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Emmanuel Mudiay from Dallas, Texas. With the eighth pick in the NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona. With the 9th pick in the NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Frank Kaminsky from the University of Wisconsin. With the 10th pick in the NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Justice Winslow. With the 11th pick in the NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers select Amari Barkley from Georgetown University.
Let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Frequency Vibration. Welcome aboard, young man. Welcome aboard.
Wow. Wow. This is bananas.
Take your time, baby.
Thanks, Mom. Okay, so I first want to thank everyone who made this possible. Mom, Dad, I couldn't have done this without you. I'd like to thank my lady, Yvette. My dude, Vig.
Hey, yo, I got you, man. Hey, hold him in the building all day, yo.
Aye.
Yeah, I love you, man. I love you in town.
Man, he's like my brother. Oh, gosh. And also, want to thank my sister, Cece, who is also my manager. Swish, love you.
I love you more.
And my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti himself.
You're the man, baby.
I guess I will take some questions now.
그때보다 조금은 일었어. 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어. 넘어질 때마다 일었어. 다시 고쳤었지. 이력서는 무신 성공의 신바람. 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람. 한국도 채끝나기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람. 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축. 자만 나태함 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투. 다 끝. 난가가 탔지만 우리 앞길을 막지만 하고 외치며 마음을 다잡곤 했었지. 진짜 한치 앞도 안 보이는 가시밭길에서도 절대 유턴 없이 잘 받아들이려 의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지. 비극 지금 기가 아프지만 지나고 보면 웃음 나오는 희극. 그래서 우린 지금을 참고 살아. 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming. 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아. 이 험한 날씨에서 아직 붙잡아보고 싶은 묻고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 너와 천천히
All right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses.
My first NBA game. Can't believe it's finally here. You work your entire life for something, and then when it's right in front of you, it's almost hard to believe. But I'm ready. And now it's time for me to show everybody I belong. And do my best to represent Harlem.
And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. This is Kevin Harlan along. Some changes. Biyombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas, and Corey Joseph subbed in for Patrick Patterson. And what a big moment here. We get a glimpse coming off the bench of the first official NBA appearance from Barkley.
You know, he's a great young player and even a better young man. So personally, I couldn't be happier for him. I know he's thinking about the game, but I hope he's able to take a moment to just enjoy this accomplishment.
Well said, and I hope so, too. I mean, as a player, you want to stay even-keeled, but it's almost impossible. I mean, there's just so much that you've gone through to reach this point. It has to be emotional.
On the court for Indiana, Barkley in its shooting guard. Paul George is out there with Hill. Then there's Ian Mahina, and it's Hill in at the point guard position.
Boy, once again, the Raptors were able to put forth a really strong year. You know, the national media recognized it, and the Raptors picked up more and more of the spotlight marquee games as a result.
He misses the free throw. Well, for a long time, Greg, the Raptors didn't have a lot of nationally broadcast games in the U.S. Seemed like a forgotten team at times, unfortunately.
Yeah, and you know what? A playoff drop is one of the ways that ended that factor. Also, the team plays an exciting brand of basketball. They're a division winner to go along with that. So you start adding those things up, and you see why the Raptors continue to get more and more coverage nationally.
And again, no good by Toronto.
They've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, and it's already got them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
Barkley goes in, and he comes off the screen and slams it through. And a momentous occasion, folks, as that basket represents the very first official NBA scoring tabulation from Barkley.
You know, there should be a lot more of those ahead. I mean, he's no flash in the pan, guys. I mean, he's going to be around this league a long time.
Certainly appears that way to me, too. I mean, he's got the confidence and ability of a player who's capable of being a fixture in this league for years.
Well, with Ruth Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready, and he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor. And Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way, he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid on anything when it comes to basketball.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
No luck. Now Toronto takes it the other way. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Dishes to Carroll. This one for three, and it's good. Carroll's got 6 points.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
It really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
Now Barkley. Puts up a 3. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And that does it for the first quarter. Raptors lead by 9. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Center in downtown Toronto. Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I can be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective for most rookies, do you? So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Indiana's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
DeRozan at the 2 with Ross playing the 3. Jamari Carroll is out there with Bismack Biyombo. And it's Joseph in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
DeRozan passes to Carroll. 1:36 left here in the second. There's a screen. Here's Barkley. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. Really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
And the rejection by Mahinmi. Here's Barkley. He has 5. Mahinmi kicks to Barkley. Ross with the steal. It's Biyombo. It's off the key. Here's DeRozan. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
They set the pick.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Barkley outside. Shot clock at 6. Toronto grabs the miss.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Ross dishes to Biyombo. Feeds to Joseph. DeRozan again, Stuckey. Barkley over to help. Joseph, the pass to Carroll. And he gets it to go. Carroll's got 10.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Barkley outside. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
That's what I call a captivating move there. He absolutely incinerated the D with that one.
And he hasn't cashed in on his chances at the line, only making 1 free throw. DeRozan. No good. And so it's a close.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. The amount of scoring we got from close range was great. Keep looking to make those quick fire entry passes. It's hard to argue with a bunch of layups and 6-footers. I do like that we limited our turnovers. We weren't careless with the ball or making unforced errors, so kudos for that. The pace of the game, just to bring that up real quick, isn't a huge concern because I think we're suited to play at any speed, but somewhere in the middle of the tempo spectrum would probably be ideal. We expected this to be a battle, and it has been. From here on out, it's a battle we're going to win. Get a hand in, fellas.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters. And the Raptors with some changes. Biyombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Ross comes in for DeMar Carroll. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. On the court for Indiana, Barkley in at point guard. Mahinmi is out there with Hill. Then there's C.J. Miles. And it's Stuckey in at the 2 spot.
Remember, for a long time, flopping was like the #1 concern in the NBA. I mean, it still happens a lot, but the rules have curbed it quite a bit. We have seen less and less flopping the last few years.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Patterson. And it's Powell in for DeMar DeRozan. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Some doubted how the flopping fines would have worked. Overall, there have been less egregious flops for the better in the NBA.
Yeah, there will always be room for embellishment, but I like the fines because it really does minimize the number of extravagant flops. Guys have adjusted, and they're not laying down as much as they used to.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Raptors.
Agreed, Steve. One of the areas that has been critical for them, Clark, the second chance points we've seen from them tonight.
Huge factor. A lot of hustle leading to buffet style on the glass. Plenty of seconds.
I wish there was a buffet as a matter of fact right here. Steve does too, I'm sure. And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Jonas Valanciunas. He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Well, for the Raptors, they can just run out the clock. Now, here's Joseph, defended by Barkley. And that's an intentional foul.
You know, give him credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Simply delaying the inevitable here, Greg. I mean, at this point, even if they miss the free throws, there's not enough time left.
And Joseph drops them both. Now, here is Barkley. Jacks up a 3. Misses. And so Toronto takes this one. But by
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jonas Valanciunas. He had a double-double and made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance really inspired the rest of his team.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille